What's up guys, Loxa here, bringing you an FFBE War of the Visions video. This is going to be the first of many to come, but in this video I really wanted to focus in on the current events that are going in the game right now. And as you can see on my screen, that's going to be the Final Fantasy Tactics event. So in this video I'm going to focus in on just the Final Fantasy Tactics event and things about it. Namely, the daily free 10x summon, grinding the Final Fantasy tokens. Those are kind of difficult to get. I want to go over where to farm them and how to farm them most effectively, at least currently, where to purchase things using those tokens, and what to prioritize when purchasing things using these tokens. I'm also going to cover the daily job point and materials quest. You can only do those once a day, so you want to make sure you're getting those done. And lastly, I'm going to touch on shop and daily refreshes and updates to try and maximize you being able to buy all the tokens that come up in the shop for these limited time characters from the Tactics banner. So with all of that, let's go ahead and jump in, starting off with that amazing free 10x pull. Let's go ahead and jump in over here. So you go over to the summons, and then it's this one up here at the very top. I'm really hoping to get this vision card. I haven't got it yet. I've actually got Orlando and Ramza already, so awesome. I don't really know if I get this, I don't know if I'll be able to level it up. I'll have to change how I'm doing things. Right now I'm farming like crazy to get everything I can for Ramza and Orlando. I should be able to get it all though. I'll do another video on that in the future. So anyways, here it is. Let's go ahead and summon this free 10 pull and see what we get. You want to make sure you're doing this every day. I mean, this is just money on the table, you know, like it's a free summon. Don't let it go to waste. I've actually, on the very first one I got 2 ultra rare cards, and I got an ultra rare character. It was an insane pull. I couldn't believe it. So far, nothing too amazing. And whenever you summon stuff, you're going to get like unit shards and oh yes, oh my god, okay, that's still awesome. I don't have that, so something new. That's awesome. What was it? Okay. Yeah, I want to look at this. So. Nice. Okay, yeah, this is the Federica vision card. So good for missile attack, amazing. Good lightning attack too, so it might be something to use on Orlando. So yeah, cool, good stuff. Alright, so from here, let's go ahead and go over to the event and where you're going to be grinding this. So you go over to Farplane and then go to Events. And then it's this event right up here, the event quest. You go in here and you have to work your way up to it. So you do all of these, and once you get to interior, this is the last stage. And what you want to do is you want to come in here and you want to actually get your party set up so you can kill the boss. It's just going to be like a single mini boss in the room, and you just kill him and then you get your loot. But what you want to do is you want to change your battle settings to prioritize treasure chest off. Otherwise, once you've collected all the Gafgarian tokens, it will interrupt your autoplay. So if you have that on and you have your Gafgarian tokens maxed out, it will mess it up and you'll have to like click OK. For some reason it doesn't auto click through it like everything else. So yeah, just do that and then you click auto repeat, embark, and then it will play through. So this is currently the most effective way to farm the Final Fantasy Tactics tokens, but as with other events that have come out already, there's going to be like an EX version of it, and it's probably going to drop a lot more. I think it's in the last one, it was Final Fantasy 15 or whatever, it was with Yashulta, and I think it dropped like 150 tokens for the event per playthrough, somewhere around there. So I'm guessing that they're going to come out with something very similar with this tactics event. We're pretty fresh into it. It just started last week, like I think it was Wednesday or Thursday that it came out. So we still have 15 days of this event to go through it and get everything that we want. Anyways, yeah, there it is. I'm going to actually stop this so I can continue the video. And you'll get these Final Fantasy Tactic tokens. 50 is really good. I've only gotten a max of 60. I'm not sure if you can get more than 60 from running this or not. So let me go ahead and go to where you can actually purchase things. I don't see a way to get to it from right here, so what you do is go back right here. You can go to Mog Shop, and then it'll be the very first option at the top left. Yep, right here. Pulls it up immediately. So here's all the Final Fantasy Tactics event medal things that you can buy. And something that I highly recommend you do is you need to prioritize these items down here. Depending on who you pull, these are going to be for Orlando, the Sword Saint memory. This is his red and the yellow. These are going to be to get him to max job level. If you don't get these right now, you won't be able to level up his job to max. Likewise, you need to do the same thing for Ramza. The little sword icons, these are for Ramza. It even says right here for Ramza to get him to max out job. This is just for the main job though. His other subclasses, you can level those up later on using, or get the materials to level those up later on from campaign or other means. And then this top one, this one right here, this is going to be for Gafgarian. If you plan on leveling him up, he's the free FF Tactics character that you'll get just for logging in during the event and going through things. So this guy, if you want to level him up, which I do, I want to level up all of these guys, you want to make sure you get these tokens to level up his job to max. And then after that, you want to prioritize these Ramza unit shards and Orlando unit shards. Don't buy any Gafgarian shards. You don't need to. You'll get more than enough just from farming the event. Once you do have enough, like I said, you'll want to turn off your treasure chest option to stop them from prioritizing it, because it'll mess up your auto runs, unless you're going to be just sitting there watching it and you can click through it. Anyways, yeah, disregard Gafgarion in this shop and prioritize whichever one you get. Prioritize it however you see fit. I would prioritize Orlando over Ramza if you get them both. That's what I'm doing right now. I got Orlando, so I've just been like focusing in on him. And another thing you really want is to get these Nagnarok crafting recipes. These swords are extremely powerful, especially for Ramza. Ramza is going to be one of those like hybrid units. He highly benefits from both attack and magic, especially his limit break ability is Ultima, so it's going to be doing damage based off of his magic stat. So this sword is really strong, and you want to be able to craft it as many times as possible. There are a lot of other options in this shop, namely the Rainbow Fragment. I really would like to be able to get that. Those are going to be hard to come by, so I really would like to be able to get that, but I don't know if I'll be able to afford it, since I've had to farm out everything else, since I have all of these units I want to max out. Plus, I want to get all of these sword recipes, so I really don't think I'll be able to get this Rainbow Fragment, but who knows, maybe. And then there's a lot of other things. I wouldn't recommend going for any of these. Definitely don't go for these experience cubes or the anything down here, honestly. It's just not worth it. Definitely don't do this Secret Book of Refinement for the swords. There's actually an event going on right now where you can farm them very easily in multiplayer. So just do that if you really want the books. Alright, so that covers the Mog Shop for the tokens. Next, I really want to touch on the daily job point and materials quest, which are these two right here. This one will give you a lot of materials that you can, as you just saw like on here, all of these, even the rainbow fragments, you have a possibility of getting those. So you can do both of these once a day. Make sure you're not missing them. They reset daily, and it tells you they end May 12th for the job points, and this one ends May 5th. So don't miss out on these. These are huge, huge, huge for us to get amazing items and progress through the game. The job points especially is going to help you really establish a solid group. Like, you want to fill up your party, and it will give everybody that you bring into it 500 job points. So don't forget to do this. Very important. Next up, let's go ahead and jump into the shop. So something I'm having to do is I'm having to stay on top of this, and I check it all the time and make sure that I get it. I think it's every 5 hours that it updates on its own. And I've been buying, obviously I buy Mont every time. He's actually my strongest character right now. And then, unfortunately, I really want Ziza shards. I actually got her in one of my free pulls, and I want to level her up, but I just don't want to use the shards right now, because I want to use all of my shards on the limited characters, because once they're gone, you can't get their tokens anymore. So make sure you're focused on those first, before any of the other characters. I also usually buy like some of the better recipes, like this crafting wizard's hat is really good. And then this is really good. This sage hat is really good, but I just don't want to spend the gold on it right now. I also usually go through and I buy all of these items down here. They're pretty cheap. I'm not going to buy through all of them right now, but I'm going to at least touch on the ones I care about the most. Alright. I always buy these at the bottom too. I highly recommend that you buy them, just because, I mean, these are crafting items, or crafting materials. You're going to need them, so might as well just buy them. It's not that expensive, so might as well just grab them. Alright, so I got everything I want, so go ahead and click the update. I've already done it twice. As you can see, it says use 50 Visior, and I'm not going to use 50. I highly recommend you to at least do it the first 2 times. The first time that you update it, it's going to be free. And whenever you update it, don't worry about this time down here. I said earlier it takes about 5 hours before it auto updates, but whenever you update it, it doesn't reset the clock. It will keep whatever time it already had. So don't worry about that. You can go ahead and just jump in and update it. So as I said, the first one's going to be free, and then you can go through, buy everything you want, and then do it again, and it will cost 10 Visior. I highly recommend just doing that. I wouldn't go to the 50, unless you just have a ton of Visior and you don't care. But I definitely would not go above 50. I think it goes up to 100 after you've used the 50 Visior. Let's go ahead and just verify. I'll do it once. That's fine. Figures I didn't get Orlando. Whatever. Okay, so just check real fast. Yes, it goes up to 100 Visior. So I definitely would not do that. That's a little bit too much. I'm not doing the 50. I only did it this one time just to show you it does go up to 100. Highly recommend you to only go to the 50 and then stop. Unless it gets down to the crunch and you really need those last few tokens to level up your character all the way. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I usually go through and I make sure I buy all these crafting recipes that are pretty good. Like this one, the mithril armor is incredible. You definitely want to be leveling this up. Anyways, so that will cover it for this video. I just really wanted to get this information out there so people kind of know what to do during the event and really how to farm and use the tokens that they're farming. If you like this, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Like I said, this is the first of many videos to come in the series. And let me know if you already got Orlando and Ramza. Tell me what you think about them in the comments down below. Thanks, guys.